radio broadcast, Madden 26. I'm Fast Talking Canadian Mr. Pete. I'm HD. Slam Dunk Gomez. I'm Grandpa. I'm Bobby J. And we got the crew out there in the sidelines. Georgia Skeleton, Roxanne Winters, Charlene Pinky Goober, Goofer Bones, Skeleton, Sam Beagle, a bunch of others. David Rockhead. So let's get back to the game. 3-3, second quarter. We're coming to the end of the first quarter. Browns, Panthers. Right now we got Perkins, the fourth string quarterback, and Dylan Gabriel starting, at least in this first quarter. So let's continue. 3-3, Panthers, Browns.
Good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. On the return, it's Travion Williams. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. This drive.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Ready.
Shotgun snap to Gabriel. To the right side here, pass is caught. And that helps to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a third and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that first down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
Ready.
On third down, here's fourth. Second down, it should be the final play of this first quarter. So, a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. All even, 3 apiece, the score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Start of the second, Browns in control of the football as they've got it with fourth down coming up.
Alright, let's take a look at the changing of the quarterbacks. Who's up? Well, we got Shedeur Sanders for the Cleveland Browns. Following there will be Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, Deshaun Watson. And for the Panthers, Andy Dalton, Bryce Young. The Packers. Come on, man. Get your shits together. Or just get your suitcase and walk out the door. I'd rather have Bobby J be my proxy and let him walk out the door. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Bobby J, start packing. I ain't doing nothing. You never do anything. That's why you're the proxy for everybody. You're the first to get kicked out of here. Alright, let's get back to the game.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to hit another good one. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Second and 7. Renfro brought in motion. Dalton. First down after a gain of 7.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
In motion comes the tight end, Evans.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Dalton. He'll start the run, and he will slide at the end, give him about 5. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd and 5. Dalton to throw. Taken in, and through goes Dowling. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. From the 46, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground. He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now it's Dalton. They'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Nice job here by the defense, they understood this quarterback is looking to push this ball downfield past the line to gain, and he's got no choice but to check it down short to the tight end, rally tackle, and brings up fourth down.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. And if they can get anything out of this, when they force him laterally out of bounds, no gain on the return. Browns offense ready to see what they can do. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Here comes the rookie, Quinshon Judkins. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 4.
Second and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. From the gun, it's Samuel.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to really listen and learn, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
The Panthers offense ready for this next possession. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. Here's a run with that tight end. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good runner. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Heads up! Throwing, Dalton. There's a screen coming to the middle. That one way too slow in developing. They rally the ball to get the man, and it's no good.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain. sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Here's Dalton. They'll try and get there on the ground. He hit the 11 on the stop. I think they'll reset that.
And he just continues to show the ability to extend drives with his legs. It's not something people immediately bring up when they talk about him, Mike, but as we've seen, he's more than capable of making something happen whenever the opportunity presents itself.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Tremble comes in motion. To add the extra point. The puck is good. And the Panthers take a 10-3 lead.
Round 3.
The kickoff team is out in the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense make their way out, take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Ready, set. To throw is Sanders.
This doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. And that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
On 2nd down, Sanders. Looking deep here for Tremble. It's going to be incomplete. Coverage really good there. Contact drawing the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. Cedric Tillman was the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down. Let's go now. Sanders will throw it. Incomplete, so it's going to screen. It was snuffed out. Now it's 4th down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, all 3 incompletions, and now brings up 4th down, and barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
It's going to be dropped down after a short return, and that's going to his team with possession of the football. The Panthers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Moore going in motion. To throw is Dalton. Inside the 20-yard line.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. And that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here, back to throw.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Here's their punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. They'll run with Jones to the end of the ground.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Again, it's Tucker. And this is slight improvement over the previous play. That a loose line. Not gained any either. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. Keep it like this.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Cleveland.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Ready?
We've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready?
On the run, and here comes Justin. And they're going down to Hunter and get inside the 30-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack. And it's clear why.
Ready? 77 Wolf.
And on 1st down, it's back to Justin. With this ball here down to about the 27. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On the jump.
2nd down and 8. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal.
Come on. Hey.
Now right here, here's Christian. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
I think we got ourselves a glitch. A technical difficulties, people. Grandpa, what's going on? Wow. I think that the... Never mind.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. In the end zone. Down Cleveland. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Browns will tie things up. It's now 10-10.
Alright, we're gonna take a break and be back with the final minute 37, and we'll be back with halftime. This is the Browns and the Panthers tied 10-10. Oh my geez. Never expected this to happen. We'll be right back.